Hello, my name is Aaron Jenkins, lifelong Michigan resident. I have a master's in accounting, CPA license, and I've worked as a financial auditor. I would like to offer my professional input on the independent report that was prepared by Dynamic Risk Partners, or DRP. The scope of this engagement was to provide the state with an independent, comprehensive analysis of alternatives to the existing pipelines. In the disclaimer, DRP states that this report was prepared in accordance with commonly accepted standards of practice. It does not state what these are, so I would like to compare them to professional auditing standards. When issuing an independent report along with strict independence requirements, professional standards require that the company's top management, in this case Enbridge, to sign what's called a representation letter. This states that the management has disclosed all information, internal and external, including violations and non-compliance with the law. Essentially, management is promising that what they've been representing is completely honest and transparent. It's also the only way to issue a report that has any integrity. Page 1-9 states that this report is based on secondary sources of information and public data, or through inspection of confidential information made available by Enbridge. DRP acknowledges on page 2-14 that there are 3 sections of missing coding representing an area of 3¼ square feet of bare metal plus 1 additional location. It also states that at the time of this report, investigation of the coding holidays is ongoing, and it would not be appropriate to provide an assessment of the coding condition. DRP acknowledges that the biota investigation work plan will be completed very shortly. However, on page 22 of that same work plan, through the EPA website, the timeline states that visual inspections will be completed between July and September of 2017. This would indicate that Enbridge was in possession of visual inspection results during the report period, but did not share that information with DRP. The disclaimer states that any additional facts or circumstances in existence, but not considered within this report, may change the analysis. This is particularly important to the understatement of risk in analysis of Alternative 5, the so-called status quo option. The final version of this report was signed and issued as of October 26th. The very next day, October 27th, Enbridge disclosed that its Pipeline Integrity Department had known about coding damage since it occurred in 2014. On November 14th, Enbridge disclosed that coding gaps existed at a majority of the 48 anchor sites that were inspected. It appears that through this culture of deception, Enbridge has not only been misleading, misrepresenting, and withholding information from the state of Michigan, but also Dynamic Risk Partners and the present Safety Board. Regarding the recent agreement between Enbridge and Governor Sider, I would also like to point out that the real-time data from the Mackinac Straits West buoy was last updated on November 5th at 3:10 p.m., about 3 weeks before the agreement was signed. Finally, I'd like to directly address the surrogate for Bill Schuette, Mr. Reichel. Unfortunately, I'm ashamed to admit it here, I voted for Governor Snyder twice. The AG continues to make statements going back to 2015 that the pipeline's days are numbered, but he's not taken any action towards enforcing the violations of the state easement. I want you to tell him that in 2018, I'm going to be working from day one, probably along with a lot of the people in this room, to make sure that other voters know about the threats to our clean water. And if he refuses to do his job as our Attorney General, I'm going to make sure that he's not our next governor. Thank you.